Welcome everyone to the What Happens When channel, where everyday questions are answered. Before we get into it, why don't you hit the subscribe, like, and smash the notification bell? Okay, let's do this. Death, the ultimate frontier of human experience. Throughout history, this profound transition has captivated our minds and challenged our understanding, weaving together threads of scientific knowledge and cultural significance. Today, we embark on a comprehensive exploration of what truly happens when we die, examining both the biological certainty and the rich tapestry of human responses to this universal experience. The process of death begins long before our final breath. Our bodies operate as intricate machines with millions of cells performing countless functions every second. When these systems begin to fail, a cascade of events unfolds with precise, predictable regularity. Medical science has mapped this progression in extraordinary detail in revealing how our most complex organ, the brain, orchestrates the final symphony of life. In the moments leading to death, our brain's electrical activity follows a fascinating pattern. Neural oscillations, the rhythmic patterns of brain activity, begin to change dramatically. Research has shown that even as consciousness fades, the brain continues its complex dance of electrical signals, creating what some scientists describe as a heightened state of awareness. This phenomenon might explain the frequently reported near-death experiences, where individuals describe vivid sensations and memories during clinical death. The cessation of breathing triggers a critical countdown. Without oxygen, brain cells begin to die within minutes. This process, known as cerebral hypoxia, initiates a series of biochemical reactions that cascade through our body's systems. The heart, no longer receiving signals from the brain's regulatory centers, begins to falter. Blood pressure drops and vital organs enter a state of oxygen deprivation. This sequence occurs with remarkable consistency across all human deaths, regardless of the initial cause. Yet what's particularly fascinating is how the body maintains certain functions even after clinical death is pronounced. Cells continue their metabolic processes for hours, unaware that the greater system has failed. Hair and nails appear to grow, though this is actually the result of skin retraction rather than continued growth. These posthumous changes have been meticulously documented, providing crucial information for medical science and forensic investigations. The physical process of death, however, represents only one dimension of this complex transition. Across cultures and throughout history, humans have developed intricate rituals and beliefs surrounding death. These practices reflect our attempt to make sense of mortality while preserving dignity in our final moments. Modern society finds itself at a crossroads between traditional approaches to death and emerging technologies that challenge our established norms. Consider how different cultures approach the moment of death. In some traditions, family members gather to witness the passing, believing their presence eases the transition. Other societies maintain strict protocols about privacy, considering death an intensely personal experience. These cultural variations highlight the delicate balance between transparency and privacy that healthcare providers must navigate in modern medical settings. The role of medical professionals in managing death has evolved significantly. Today's healthcare workers must reconcile traditional practices with modern medical protocols, often serving as mediators between family expectations and institutional requirements. This balance becomes increasingly complex as technology advances, offering new ways to monitor and potentially prolong the dying process. Recent research has revealed intriguing patterns in how different societies manage death-related information. While some cultures embrace open discussions about mortality, others maintain strong taboos. This cultural diversity presents challenges in our increasingly interconnected world, where medical practices must accommodate various beliefs while maintaining scientific rigor. The advent of social media and digital technology has transformed how we process and share death-related experiences. Online memorial sites, virtual funeral services, and digital legacy planning have emerged as new dimensions of death-related practices. These innovations challenge traditional notions of privacy while offering novel ways to preserve memories and connect with others during times of loss. Scientists continue to uncover fascinating details about the biological processes of death. Recent studies have identified specific genetic sequences that activate during cellular death, suggesting that our bodies follow a predetermined program even in our final moments. This research has profound implications for understanding age-related diseases and potentially extending human lifespan. The intersection of traditional death practices and modern medical capabilities creates unique challenges. Advanced life support systems can maintain biological functions long after brain death, raising complex ethical questions about the nature of death itself. Healthcare providers must balance technical capabilities with human dignity, often serving as bridges between scientific understanding and cultural expectations. Environmental concerns have begun to influence how we approach death and burial practices. Traditional methods of burial and cremation have significant ecological impacts, leading to innovations in green burial techniques and alternative disposition methods. These developments represent yet another way that death practices continue to evolve in response to changing societal needs. The legal framework surrounding death has also become increasingly complex. Laws governing organ donation, end-of-life care, and death determination vary widely across jurisdictions. Medical professionals must navigate these regulations while respecting individual wishes and family rights, often in emotionally charged situations that demand both sensitivity and precision. Recent advances in neuroscience have provided unprecedented insights into the final moments of consciousness. Researchers have documented distinct patterns of brain activity that occur as consciousness fades, suggesting that our awareness may persist longer than previously thought. These findings have profound implications for how we understand and manage the dying process. The role of palliative care has expanded significantly, reflecting a growing recognition that death involves more than just physical processes. Modern approaches increasingly acknowledge the psychological, social, and spiritual dimensions of dying. This holistic perspective has led to improved end-of-life care practices that honor both scientific understanding and human dignity. The pharmaceutical industry has developed numerous medications to manage the physical and psychological symptoms associated with dying. These advances have transformed the experience of death for many, allowing for greater comfort in final moments. However, access to these resources varies widely, raising important questions about equity and end-of-life care. Digital technology has begun to reshape how we document and verify death-related information. Blockchain technology and digital certificates are being explored as ways to enhance the accuracy and security of death records, while raising new questions about privacy and data management in death-related processes. The impact of death extends far beyond the individual, affecting families, communities, and healthcare systems. Research has shown that grief responses vary significantly across cultures and individuals, yet certain patterns emerge consistently. Understanding these patterns helps healthcare providers better support those affected by death while respecting cultural differences. Modern medicine continues to push the boundaries of what we consider death. Techniques for organ preservation and resuscitation have extended the window during which life functions can be restored, complicating traditional definitions of death. These advances force us to reconsider long-held assumptions about the finality of death. The economic aspects of death present another layer of complexity. Healthcare costs, funeral expenses, and estate management create financial challenges that often compound emotional stress. Various societies have developed different approaches to managing these practical aspects, reflecting broader cultural attitudes toward death and inheritance. The role of religious and spiritual beliefs in death practices remains significant, even in increasingly secular societies. Healthcare providers must navigate diverse belief systems while maintaining scientific protocols, often serving as mediators between traditional practices and medical requirements. As we look to the future, emerging technologies promise to further transform our understanding and experience of death. From advanced monitoring systems that provide early warning of impending death to innovative preservation techniques, science continues to expand our knowledge while raising new ethical questions. The complexity of death lies not just in its biological processes, but in the intricate web of cultural, social, and personal meanings we attach to it. As we continue to advance our scientific understanding, we must also preserve the human elements that make death a profound and meaningful transition. This examination of death reveals a fundamental truth. While the biological process follows predictable patterns, our response to it remains deeply personal and culturally bound. Understanding both aspects, the universal biological reality and the diverse human experience, helps us better prepare for and manage this inevitable transition. As we conclude this exploration, we're reminded that death, despite its certainty, remains one of humanity's most complex experiences. It challenges us to balance scientific knowledge with cultural wisdom, privacy with transparency, and tradition with innovation. In facing death, we ultimately confront what it means to be human, connecting us across time and culture in our shared mortality. Thanks for watching.